Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 9 of my Kansas City Royals franchise here on Franchise TV. It's time for the All-Star break. We have a participant, Alex Gordon. He's been picked to participate in the Home Run Derby and as a bench player in the All-Star game. So let's get ready to go. I've got it all queued up right here. Let's... Uh-oh, it looks like our MLB insider is on the lines here. What do you got?
Yeah, we're just getting this in a second ago from our sources. Looks like, right now, Cole Hamels, Carlos Ruiz, and starting pitching prospect Ben Lively from the Phillies are heading to Kansas City for Salvador Perez, Jason Vargas, and Edinson Volquez. Now, this would be a blockbuster swap. A big shakeup coming right before the All-Star break like this. But it's something these two teams have been discussing for quite some time. Cole Hamels, he's demanded a trade for the Phillies for quite a while. He's made it known that he does not want to be there anymore. And this trade does clear his $22 million salary off of the books, as it does Carlos Ruiz's $8.5 million. But the Royals are getting rid of their prize catcher, Salvador Perez, for this. As soon as we know more, we'll report back, but that's all we know at this point.
Wow, that is some news. Thank you for letting us know. Now, this is definitely a blockbuster trade coming before the trade deadline, the day of the Home Run Derby, in fact. And you gotta wonder, is there more to come as we approach that deadline at the end of July? The Royals seem confident in making moves, grabbing the star pitcher Cole Hamels. He's had a good season. Let's take a look at his stats so far this year. A 3.02 ERA and 122 innings pitched. 107 strikeouts, a 1.18 whip. That is fantastic. Hamels, as our insider said, has wanted a trade from Philadelphia for quite a while. He's been unhappy there with the team not winning ever since that World Series championship in 2008. He is 31. He is getting up there in age, but pitchers do stay relevant a lot longer than position players. And this trade does allow Jason Vargas and Edinson Volquez to get off the roster. Vargas specifically to leave an open spot in the rotation with his 4.5 ERA. And Cole Hamels, with that 3.02, having an outstanding season, will make this rotation's highest ERA, a 3.69, I believe. That belongs to Yordano Ventura. So this drastically improves the rotation, especially after bringing up Chris Medlin as well from the minor leagues. Now, the other trade asset brought over from Philly, Carlos Ruiz, to replace, at least to start, to replace Salvador Perez. Now, Ruiz is 36. He's having a season quite like he had in 2014. Last season, 252 with 6 home runs and just 31 RBIs. He is decent defensively. He's got some good vision at the plate. His power numbers have gone down steadily over his career. He's been in the league 9 years and he's 36, so coming into the league late. But this season, having a decent season, obviously. Not exactly what you want in your starting catcher, but at least we can get that to replace him. Now we scroll over, take a look at the Philadelphia rotation. Edinson Volquez taking over as the #1 starter there. 3-1 with a 4.39 ERA. Really been struggling this season compared to last season. A 13-win season, 3.04 ERA. This year, almost a 4.5 ERA with 55 innings pitched. Now, he's 31 as well, has only been in the league 7 years. Just something that had to do with salary as well as performance. He is making $8.5 million per year. and it just wasn't worth it to have him sitting in the bullpen as a long reliever. Now for Jason Vargas, 32 years old, the lefty, a decent season last year, 3.7 ERA, but this year getting hit hard. A 284 overall average, batting against him, a 4.22 ERA in 106 innings pitched, compared to the 4.3 in half that, 55 innings pitched for Volquez. A 1.32 whip, that's not very good. He is making $8.5 million a year as well. Same strategy to get rid of him for the winter signings as Volquez was. Now the Phillies do get Salvador Perez, just 24 years old, came in the league at 21. He's still very young. Last year batting only .260 with 17 homers and 70 RBIs in almost 600 at-bats. This season really struggling. The average not that different. He's batting really well against lefties, but .226 average against righties and a .298 on-base percentage. An on-base percentage under 300 is pretty terrible, and to have that as a starting catcher is going to hurt your lineup. But there was a dilemma as far as him being only 24, still developing, already 90 overall at such a young age. He's got that athleticism at 6'3 and 240, and it would make sense that the Phillies would want a young guy because their roster is full of such a high amount of veterans. Now, they do give away one of their prospects for this. We had to get a pitching prospect in return, or just a prospect in general, if we're giving up a guy like Perez. Now, Ben Lively, 23 years old, already 74 stamina, 94 velocity. Now, I chose this guy over other pitching prospects the Phillies have, like Aaron Nola, because of that velocity. And he's performed well in the minor leagues under a 3 ERA. And just another pitching prospect to add to the list of Kyle Zimmer and Henry Sanchez that we picked in this year's draft. So that's the overview of the trade. Next episode, Home Run Derby and All-Star Game in Cincinnati. I'll see you then. Franchise TV, signing off.